Good evening, good evening, good evening. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome, welcome to Kitchen Talk with JK, where we feed the body and the soul. So come on in and let us know where you're coming from and let us know where you are. Good evening, good evening, good evening. It is, what time? It is 7:35, just a little tardy, but come on in, come on in. We're excited on tonight to be back with you with another episode of Kitchen Talk with JK. So come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in, TikTok, come on in. I see you coming in. Come on and like and share on this evening. Like and share on this evening. Go ahead and get yourself together. Go up, sit at the table. Go ahead and get you a little beverage, whatever, a little cocktail or what, a little Coke on the rocks or whatever you want to do. Come on in and join us on tonight. Share with someone. Let someone know that we are on tonight and that we're here to share. We're here to talk, have good conversation, good vibes, all that on tonight. So go ahead and lock in, get yourself ready, and let's get it and let's go on tonight. All right, we're going to give you a few minutes to come on in and rock with us on tonight as we share on tonight. Want to say thank you so much again for joining us and also supporting on tonight as we come back with you, the official episode really of Kitchen Talk with JK. So come on in and join us on tonight as we share with you all on tonight. It's good to see you all. It's good to see you. Good to see you, Mary, and all others that are joining in on tonight. Go ahead and share with somebody on tonight. Let them know that JK is in the house and he's in the kitchen. He's in the house and he's in the kitchen. So go ahead and share on tonight. Go ahead and share on tonight. I'm going to give you a few more minutes to come on in and join us. Like I said, go ahead and get your cocktail, whatever you want to have, your wine, whatever it is. Go ahead and say something. I see you, Stacy. Good evening to you. Thank you for joining on tonight. Come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. I'm excited to be here on tonight. It's been a busy day, but I'm excited to be with you all on tonight. All right, all right. I see you, TikTok. Come on, TikTok. This is my second time on TikTok, so I'm happy to be back on TikTok on tonight. Thank you so much for all of you all who are joining in. Thank you, my sister. I see you on tonight. Thank you for sharing on tonight, sharing the flyer. Thank you so much for sharing that. I see you, Philip, on tonight. Thank you so much for joining in. Come on in. We're here to have a good time. We have here to have a good vibe, have a good conversation on tonight. I hope on last week you were inspired and encouraged on last week where we're talking about intentions that lead to your destiny. So we got something else coming for you on tonight as we share. Want to say real quickly as we move quickly into tonight, I'm not going to spend a lot of time on with a lot of preliminaries, but want to thank you for all those who are supported on last week who got their pre-orders in for the Cajun pasta. So thank you so much for supporting. Thank you for those who just gave a donation and say, hey, I can't get anything right now, but I do want to support and send a donation. So thank you so much for those who have just sent a donation to support what we're doing. As I said before, this is more than just cooking. This is purpose. This is purpose. This is being obedient to the call that God has placed on my life. So it's purpose for me. I love to cook, but at the same time, it's purpose. So it's about feeding the body and the soul on tonight. So anybody ready to be fed on tonight? Anybody ready to be fed on tonight? Come on and give me some hearts, give me some thumbs, and let me know if you're ready to be fed on tonight. All right. We're going to give a few more minutes and then we just go ahead and get into it. I want to say this real quickly to my East Texas peeps, to my family in East Texas. Go ahead and get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready. The drop is going to come out on probably Saturday or Sunday, the flyer for the East Texas Longview edition of the Cajun pasta. So Dallas, right now I'm putting that on hold because I'm going to get ready to move into something else. But East Texas, I'm going to follow up on what I said I was going to do. And we're going to go ahead and have that Longview East Texas edition coming out on, the flyer's going to drop either tomorrow or Sunday. So be ready, be ready, be ready. because we only have a limited time that you can get those orders in to pre-order for your Cajun pasta. We have two sizes. We have one that's personal and one that's a half pan. So you'll see that on tomorrow or Sunday when I let that drop. Also on next week, a lot going on next week as well for my DFW people. We're going to have a new drop on next week for my DFW people. We're going to have that good old salmon bites that's going to come through on next week for my DFW people. So if you love salmon bites or salmon period, go ahead and get yourself ready, get yourself locked in, and so that you can be a part of that pre-order for next week. So that's going to come out on Monday. East Texas, either Saturday or tomorrow or Sunday. Dallas, DFW area for the salmon bites, it's going to be on Monday. Monday, you have up until Wednesday to get your order in, and then after that, the delivery date will be on the weekend. So like I did with the Cajun pasta. So go ahead and prepare your coins if you want to be a part of that journey and on that meal on next week. I'm moving kind of quickly because I want to get into what we're going to be talking about on tonight. I'm excited about it. This has been it's been good, but it's been a journey. Anybody knows about if you've been in business or trying to build a business, it is a journey. It's work. You just don't wake up and say, okay, I want to do a business and it just comes together. It's work that you have to do. It's work that has to be done. There's structure that has to be done. There's planning that has to be done. There's things that has to be put in order to be able to make a business run. So a lot has been done to try to get this going. Not because people are just saying you need to do this, but because I'm trying to be obedient to God in doing this. So it's a lot that goes into it. If you see everything that's been dropping, this is part of the journey, and kind of what I'm going to be talking about on tonight about building the business and also balancing life with the business. So before we get in, I got my husband, my sidekick over here that has his comments going, and we're just going to see who's in the house on tonight, who we have in the house on tonight. Kendrick.
So far, we have Mr. Philip Taylor, we have Miss Avis, Sister Avis, Mr. Kenneth Dudley Jr.
All right, Kenneth, thank you for joining.
Of course, Stacy is here,
Mm-hmm.
and we got people just still coming on in.
All right, so we're going to give a few more minutes. We'll just go ahead and give a few more minutes to people to join in. Like I said, if you don't catch this live, go ahead and watch the replay. But I thank you so much for the support, and I thank you so much for the constructive feedback that I've gotten over the last few days. Like I said before, I wasn't anticipating for the live to go as much as it did on last week, but I'm grateful for those who viewed it, and I'm grateful for those who have supported. So we'll give a few more minutes for others to come in, and then we're going to start this process on tonight, this conversation that we're going to talk about on tonight. But do we have any? I know my sister's over here, Avis. I know she has a brand that she's getting up and going, and she has a So What brand that's up and going. But anybody else that's business owners on the live tonight, go ahead and say, yeah, that's me. If you're a business owner, or if you're an up and coming business owner, or you're aspiring to be a business owner, go ahead and say something to me on tonight. Once again, I give shout out to Avis Levon. She has some merchandise out there. Go and support. Go ahead and get your hat, get your T-shirt. She got a lot of stuff on her website. Avis, if you don't mind, go ahead and drop your website where they can purchase your merchandise, your merch, if you don't mind. Also, I want to give out a shout out because I believe in doing this. This is just part of what I'm doing with my brand. I want to give a shout out to my good friend and sister over 30 years of friendship, Takesha Harris. She has a brand as well that she has out. She's doing a great things with T-shirt line and all that kind of stuff. She creates so many different things. So I want to give a shout out to her on tonight. So any other business owners on tonight?
We do have a few more people that is tuned in. We
Okay.
got Sharon Pippins.
Okay.
Of course, Stacy saying, "Get it, friend."
Okay.
In position. Horses are in position. Miss Levita Collins Shackelford.
All right.
Joined. And yes, Miss Avis have put in the website. So yes, definitely go and support our sister.
All right, yes. She does amazing work, amazing work. She's amazing speaker, preacher. She's all that. She's all that. So go ahead and support her on tonight, and go and support her. Yes, and can sing. But go ahead and support her on tonight, if you will, and just support. I believe in supporting people. I believe in we all in this thing together. I said on last week, it's something out there for everybody. So there's no reason for us to be in competition. There's no reason for us to be hating. There's no reason for us to be jealous because there's something out there for you. If you want it, go get it. All right. So once again, we're talking about, I want to talk about something on tonight. Y'all see this display on tonight. And so, as we prepare and we're not doing a lot of cooking, we're preparing tonight. And so as we preparing tonight, our preparation is going to go into how can I say it, a word of inspiration and guidance as we go through the night, talking about certain things, dealing with life, balancing all that kind of stuff, and consistency. That's the thing that's been ringing in my spirit here lately. Consistent. If you're going to be in business, if you just in life, period, you got to be consistent in what you do. You got to be consistent in what you do. So on tonight, we're going to talk about consistency. We're going to talk about preparation. We're going to talk about space. We're going to talk about timing. We're going to talk about all that on tonight, because in everything that we do, we have to make sure we prepare. We got to make sure we are consistent. We got to make sure that the timing is right, that we're moving at the right time, we're moving in the right space, and that we're not moving out of timing, if you will, so that we can make sure that we get the most out of what we're doing on tonight. So with that, I'm gonna just start with that. I have these lovely things sitting out here, and what we're gonna make tonight, what we're gonna make is a good old salad. Does anybody like a salad? I love a good salad. I can eat salads almost every day if I wanted to, because I love salads that much. Does anybody like salads as much as I do? Put it in the chat if you like salad, because this right here on tonight is going to bless you like it blessed me when I was preparing it, because many times we do things and we don't look at the depths of it. We just do it because we think it needs to be done. So anybody like salads on tonight? Y'all talk to me. What we got, babe?
All right, while we like and share, make sure you like and share. Great vibes, great food, and great conversation.
Yes. So we're talking about making a salad on tonight. Last week we did the Cajun ramen pasta. That was a little something, but on tonight we're going to go with something light on tonight. Somebody say light. Put light in the comments. Something light on tonight. Some of us, we eat all that heavy stuff through the week, and we need something light, something to balance out all that heavy stuff that we done ate through the week. So go ahead and put in there. We're going to do something light on tonight. Something light on tonight. All right?
Yeah, they said nothing like a good old salad.
Nothing like a good old salad.
Yeah, Miss Lavita said she loved it.
And so with that's her sister.
Okay.
I mean her daughter, not her daughter. So nothing like a good old healthy salad. So with that, if you're following with me on tonight, we have our lettuce, we have our tomatoes, we have our onions, and we have our cucumbers, and we have our cheese, and we have a little dressing and all that to go with it. But I want to say this on tonight. In order for us to have a good salad and for it to be good, it has to be consistent. It has to blend well. It has to, do its thing. It has to marinate and all that kind of stuff. But we just can't just throw it together. Sometimes we do stuff and we just throw it together. But on tonight, we're going to take our time and we're going to prepare this salad so it has consistency all the way through it. And also that everything marinates and blends together. So through every bite that you taste, you're going to taste everything that you put in that salad. How many sometimes you make a salad, you don't get everything, right? You may get a little lettuce, you don't get the tomato, you don't get the cucumber. It's just all over the place, right? But on tonight, I'm going to show you how to prepare this good old salad and how it's going to balance all the way through each bite that you have. So the first thing that we're going to do, go ahead and turn that down just a little bit, if you don't mind. First, what is the first thing that you need to have before when you start a salad? What's the first thing that you got to have?
Lettuce.
All right, lettuce. Correct, lettuce. But let me say something about this lettuce. The lettuce just can't be lettuce. It can, well, let me just say that. It can be romaine, because some people like romaine. It can be just green, just your iceberg lettuce or whatever. But with your lettuce, the first thing that you have to do is dry your lettuce. Somebody say, dry your lettuce.
Ava said me.
Dry your lettuce. Somebody say, dry your lettuce.
Dry your lettuce.
Because, I'm washing my hands. Because if you don't dry your lettuce becomes soggy. It's wet, soggy. What it does is it dilutes everything that you put in the salad. So not only that, I'm gonna just take it a little personal. If your foundation is off, if your lettuce is soggy, rather, then your foundation is off. Your mindset, your habits, your discipline, everything that you do is off because your lettuce, this right here, see now my lettuce here, now it's dry. You don't see it soggy. You don't see it doing anything. It's dry. So this is the foundation. And the thing about it, if your foundation is off, then everything else is going to be off. Somebody say, if your foundation is off, everything else is going to be off. So your lettuce is the foundation. Are y'all with me on here, TikTok? If your lettuce is soggy, then the whole thing is off. And that relates to some of us in our life. Our foundation is off. We're a little soggy off in there, right? And because we are a little soggy, we're a little wet, guess what? Everything that we try to do, nothing holds to it because it's a little soggy, or we're a little soggy. So we got to make sure that when preparing this good old salad, make sure you dry your lettuce. Make sure you dry your lettuce. Some of you might say, I don't need to do all that. Well, guess what? If you don't do that, then guess what's going to happen? Then your salad is not going to have the consistency that it needs because you have not prepared it correctly. Y'all with me on tonight? Somebody say, dry your lettuce. I'm going to let that saturate in just a little minute for you. Dry your lettuce. I'm gonna calm down. I'm gonna settle down and let y'all type that in because I'm excited about this because in our lives sometimes we're a little soggy and things don't stick as it should because our foundation is not where it needs to be. So what are you saying, JK, on tonight? I'm saying if you're trying to build a business, you got to make sure you have a strong foundation. And you got to make sure that you're consistent in all that you do. So that's why you got to what? Dry your lettuce, dry your lettuce, dry your lettuce. So we're going to let that marinate for a little bit. I'm going to let that marinate for a little bit. Because sometimes when you're not stable and when you're not on a solid foundation and you're trying to grow, but your focus is everywhere else because your foundation is a little soggy. So I'm going to put that right there, leave it right there, and just let you say, dry your lettuce because you got to have a solid foundation. All right? So, and let me just put this in here. If you begin to have a soggy lettuce and a soggy foundation, don't add no more to it until you go back and fix your foundation. So what do you mean, JK? What do you mean? So sometimes you may have to start over with your foundation. Because if this foundation is not correct, guess what? Everything that you add into it is not going to stick to the foundation. Somebody say it needs to stick to the foundation. All right, so we're right there. We got our dry lettuce. Guess what else we need to do? We need to have our vegetables. Now, I'm going to go ahead and uncover this because I want y'all to see it real clearly. I want y'all to see it real clearly. Can y'all see me, TikTok? Can y'all see me? I want y'all to see me real clearly on this because what I did is I chopped my vegetables uniformly. Chopped them uniformly. So that means I chopped them precisely. Can y'all see that? There's my onions. Here's my tomatoes. And here's my cucumbers. Oh, show TikTok. Can y'all see TikTok? Here's my cucumbers. Here's my onions. And here's my tomatoes. Why did I do that? Because every bite should taste the same. It should be balanced. It should be balanced. Every bite should taste the same. Let me just say this about me, because this is just how I am anyway, because anytime I cook something, I like to layer my stuff because I want to taste everything in each bite. So in order for us to be able to have a good salad, not only should we dry our lettuce, but we got to chop our vegetables uniformly, right? Because we want to taste everything in each bite that we taste. And what is that called in life? That's called consistency. So what are you saying? What are you saying? What are you saying? I'm glad you asked, because you can't just say, I want to do a business. You can't say, I just want to do this or that, and come in strong one day, and then the next day, next 3 days, you don't do nothing. Y'all see what I'm saying? You can't come in strong at one point in time, and then next 3 days, you ain't posting or you're not doing whatever you need to do in order to be able to build whatever you're trying to build. So what are you saying? So y'all see me, y'all see me, y'all saying, oh, he sure is posting a lot. He's posting a lot. You're right, because I'm serious about what I'm doing. In order for me to build momentum, I got to be consistent, right? Because it's easy. Let me say this, because I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna be transparent. Because when I posted on last week and I shared on last week, I was excited, I was ready, and on Monday, guess what? And I'm just having a transparent moment. On Monday, I said, "Oh, we finna rock and roll." Well, guess what, Avis, sister? Things didn't work out as I thought they were going to work out. And what are you saying? Because sometimes when things don't work out the way we plan for them to work out, what we do is what we say to ourselves, well, you know what? This ain't gonna work. Let me go ahead and back up. I better not do that no more, because I better stop, because we were excited. We had supporters. We had people encouraging us. But at the same time, the feedback then wasn't the same as what was put out, right? So what happens is sometimes we think, oh, well, it may not be the timing. That's not true. What we have to learn how to do is continue to be consistent in whatever you said that you wanted to do, or whatever you said God has called you to do. You have to continue to be consistent, because it's really not about the people. It's about you and what you said you decided to do. Can I get some help here on this evening? Because many times we look for people to push us when God has already pushed us, and all he wants to see, are we going to be consistent? Come on here, somebody. So somebody type in the comments, be consistent. Be consistent.
In the comments.
So what are they saying in the comments? Because I can't see.
Consistency is key. Balance. Never give up.
So never give up. Balance. So what are you saying? So let me just say this too. Because even in this journey that I'm walking in and that I'm branching out on, there's some days, sometimes I really don't want to post. But because I'm serious about what I'm doing, I got to do it because I got to be consistent. So I want to share with somebody on this evening. You might not be have a business, but you got some kind of project that you want to have, that you want to do. You might not have all that you need right now, but all you have to do is be consistent. Don't go silent. Be consistent. They might get tired of seeing you come across the timeline, but be consistent. They might get tired of you showing up the way you do, but be consistent. Because consistency builds trust. Come on here, somebody. Consistency builds trust. Go ahead and type that in the comments, and I'm gonna take a pause for the calls right now. Consistency builds trust. People support you because you are consistent. You're reliable. They can depend on you to come through. So I want to encourage somebody. I don't care what you have going on. I don't care if you have two or three people supporting what you do. Stay consistent in what you're doing. So what are you saying? So I got my lettuce right here. I got my foundation, my dry lettuce. I got my chopped vegetables that's been uniformly, right? So I got all this stuff because I got to have consistency, and I have to have a taste of whatever I'm making in each bite that I'm tasting. Y'all with me? So let me back up a little bit and just say, for those who are content creators, I'm going all the way around the globe. Whether you're a content creator, whether you're a minister, a preacher, or whatever, don't wait on the crowd. You just stay consistent in what you're doing, and that in due season, God will bring the people that He needs to bring to you in due time. So just be consistent. All right. So not only that, we got our vegetables, we got our lettuce, we got our foundation, all that. So the third thing that we have to do to make sure that this salad comes out correctly, guess what I have here? I got a bowl, but it's just not any kind of bowl. It's a big bowl. Well, what do you mean, JK? What do you mean? Well, I'm glad you asked. Because if this bowl was too small, then I can't mix everything right. Things start getting crushed in the small bowl. Oh, but because I got a big bowl, come on here, everything will be able to do what it needs to do. Because in the small bowl, guess what happens? It gets cramped up. It gets cramped up. And then with like us, and I'm just related to some of us, we get cramped. We have no vision. We have no space. And we have no time. So if we're operating in the small bowl, we have no vision, we have no time, and we have no space, because everything that we're trying to do is cramped in a small bowl. So you got to learn how to get in the big bowl and be able to do the things that you need to do. Well, as I'm saying that, let me go back to the I just remember the story of the fisherman who was out there fishing, and I'm paraphrasing, so don't try to say, well, you ain't got the words right, because I ain't trying to get it right, I'm just trying to paraphrase. So they was out there on the boat, they was toiling all night, right? And they said, Lord, we've been out here all night, and we ain't caught nothing. But what did God tell them to do? He said, I want you to launch out into the deep. Because in the deep, that's where you're going to get all what you need, right? So when you're in a small area, you can't get nothing, but you got to launch out into the deep if you want to get everything that you want to have in this season. I remember a time, so I remember a time that I went fishing. I remember a time when I went fishing. Long time ago, and it's been a long, long time. And in order for us to be able to catch some fish, we had to go out into the deep. We couldn't stay in the shallow water, because in the shallow water, guess what? There's rocks, pebbles, and dirt and jump all in I call it the little water. But if you go out into the deep, there's everything that you ever want and ever needed and ever think you can have out there in the deep. So you got to use the big boat. Because in that small boat, there's no space, no time, and then there's no vision. You got to have room to think. You got to have room to grow. You got to have room to scale in the big boat. Because if your life is too small, guess what? Your results will be too small. Y'all with me on tonight? Y'all with me? So we got our lettuce, we got our vegetables, we got everything that we need to make this good old salad. And so if we got this, and let me just go ahead and throw it in here. We got the cucumbers, we got the onions, we got the tomatoes, and it looks pretty good too.
All right, we got Sister June on here. Sister Marva's joined. Mama Shack is joined.
All right, Mama Shack. All right, June, Marva. Thank you so much. Look at that. We got our salad, right? We got our salad. Y'all see it? We got it all worked in there. What's the last thing that we have to put on the salad? Y'all talk to me on tonight. What's the last thing that we have to have on the salad? And that's probably the icing on the cake. It's the thing that makes it say yum, yum. But what's the last thing that we got to have on our salad to make it be what we need it to be? All right, somebody say the dressing. The dressing is the last thing that we put on our salad. And let me say this on tonight. You can't put your dressing on your salad too early. You can't put your dressing on your salad too early. Why? Just like you did, like I said in the beginning with the wet lettuce, if you put your dressing on too early, guess what? It gets soggy. So what are you saying, JK? What are you saying, Jeff? Well, I'm saying the same thing in life. If we put things out too early, then we're not going to get the results that we want to get, right? If we do things out of timing, then we're not going to get the things that we think we should get because we put it on too early. So sometimes people like to go ahead and mix everything in. By the time they serve it, guess what? That salad, that lettuce don't have that crunch. It just don't taste the same because you put it on too early.
Preach, Jeff, preach.
Come on here, somebody. So we got to learn to know about timing. What are you saying, JK? What are you saying? Well, there's been many people saying, you know what? You need to get a food truck. You need to do all this, do all that, and what so have you. Let me tell you something. You got to know how to listen to God. Because if you listen to people, people will get you out there and leave you out there, right? I could have possibly went and got a food truck. Guess what? You got to pay for that food truck. And you got to pay for the store, all that stuff that comes along with the food truck. So you got to know when timing is right for you, not what's right for somebody else. Because at the end of the day, guess what? You're going to have to work this vision. You're going to have to work this business, or you're going to have to work whatever thing that you got going on, whether it's a promotion at a job or whether it's a new job. You are the one that's going to have to do it. So you got to know when the timing is correct. Let me just drop to my spirit. There's some people out there, oh, I think I better get a new job. This job ain't working out the way I thought it would work out. You better wait. Because timing is important. Timing is everything. But let me say this too. Because just because things are not moving, let me just throw this in as well. Just because things are not as moving as you think they would be, does not mean that you are out of timing as well. Let me just throw that in. Because some of you might be saying to yourself, well, you know what? I knew I heard God. I knew what he said. He said it to me. He said it to me in a dream. He said it to me at a stoplight, whatever the case may be. But just because it's not moving at the time that you want it to move quickly does not mean that you're out of time. Am I helping somebody on tonight? It's all about timing. So, and I might be preaching to myself on tonight. I might be talking to myself on tonight, encouraging my own self on tonight, because in the midst of everything that we do, we have to make sure that we have a strong foundation, and we have to make sure that we're consistent, and we have to make sure that everything is according to the plan and will of God. And then we can't sell ourselves too small. We can't sell ourselves too small. What do you mean? Because what we do, let me just say this, and this is just in my spirit, and you don't have to get nobody, because it's the people that you think will support you may not be the people that will support you. Let me just throw that out there. Because what I discovered is we look for the familiar to be able to support. But we have to understand that God always works in the unfamiliar. And he will cause people to come from any and everywhere to be able to support what you're doing, right? Because God is not a God that does things in the familiar. He does things in the unfamiliar. So what are you saying, JK? I ain't never treaded these paths before. I never went down this path before, but guess what? All I can do is trust God. All I can do is trust him. Because where he leads, he guides. Can I get a witness here? So not only that, so make sure we have timing. So remember on tonight, prepare your foundation.
Erica said you better preach.
Prepare your foundation. Stay consistent. Whether you get my sister Avis, whether you get one person to buy a t-shirt, two people to buy a t-shirt, stay consistent. And I know she's doing it because I see her all the time. But I'm just encouraging her. I don't care if you only get one engagement. I don't care if, and I'm talking to somebody else. You may be a preacher, a minister, whatever, and you say, well, nobody ain't calling me to preach. I don't care if you get one engagement. Stay faithful. On your job, stay faithful. Show up on time. Come on here, somebody. Be where you need to be. Because God is not in the business of giving you things that you have not obtained and acquired yourself. Right? He's not. So why should he give you something when you ain't doing what you need to do with what he already gave you? So you got to learn how to prepare your foundation, stay consistent, create space. So I'm better stop, because as I'm saying, I'm looking at this and I'm things are downloading. Create space. What do you mean by create space? Sometimes you need to move folks out of your space. Sometimes you need to move some people out of your space. Some people who just tagging along just to see how they can get along. Some people who are on your coattail trying to see how they can get whatever you're getting. You might need to create some space. So move some folks out of your life that's not benefiting you. And I guarantee you, because I had to do it myself, I guarantee you, once you do that, then God will bring the right people that you need in this season. You need somebody who can hold you accountable. Not somebody that's going to always say, yeah, I think you should do that. You need somebody that's going to say, you know what? No, I don't think, you know what? I don't think you need to do that. That ain't right. Don't do that. I got my colleague on here right now, Mary Ferris. She holds me accountable. When I want to go off sometimes, she said, no, I don't think you need to do that. You might not need to say that. So you need somebody in your space that can hold you accountable. And lastly, move at the right time. Move at the right time. What will we have in the comments, babe? I know.
You just Oh, Mary, she said you better speak.
And you got to have somebody to hold you accountable. And that goes full circle. Because in that accountability too, there's that person that's going to support you and tell you even when you're down and they can see that you're down, you got this, keep going. You got this. Don't stop. Don't stop, get it.
You got Roger that said, yes, sir.
So it's important. I want to share this on tonight because this is one thing, a part of my journey. And this also, too, is a part of somebody else's journey. I'm just sharing it on the platform. That's all it is. But whoever it may be, whether you're watching the replay, stay encouraged. Be consistent. I don't care if they say, you know what, they go Jeff one more time. He done sent out another thing. Yeah, you go see me.
Erica said, say that.
Because I'm trying to be consistent in where I want to go. So on tonight, I hope somebody has been helped. I hope somebody has been encouraged. I hope someone has been uplifted. Does anybody have any questions on tonight regarding anything? I will give an opportunity for that. But I wanted to make sure that I feed your soul as well as show you this good old salad. Because on this good old salad too, we can put some cheese on here too. And that's going to make it real good. And then, like I said, I got my dressing. I'm not going to put this on there right now because I don't want it to what? I don't want it to be soggy, and I don't want it to be out of time. So I ain't going to put nothing on there right now because I want it to do what it do. So that's the side. See, don't that look good? It ain't much. But see, I'm finna. Little becomes much when you place it in the master's hand. Little becomes much when you place it in the master. So you don't need an extravagant meal. Little becomes much. This will do a whole lot. And if I wanted to, I can do a couple of things. I can chop up some meat and put it here, or I can fry me some chicken. Whatever one I want to do. But little becomes much. So any questions and comments on tonight? I'm open for that real quickly. And then I'm gonna get on out of here because I don't want to take too much more of your time. But I hope something has been said. And as I said on Tuesday at the summit that we had, I hope you leave here better than the way you came. Because it's all about trying to encourage and also try to feed your soul at the same time. So do we have any comments, babe? Do we have anybody that has any questions or anything?
No questions, but they are commenting. And Erica says, you are such a blessing. Tashana says, beautiful. P.D. Buchanan says, all right, yes.
All right.
And Lamar Jones says, well done.
Thank you, Reverend Lamar Jones. Like I said, East Texas, I'm coming. So on either Saturday or Sunday, I'm dropping the flyer. So what you have to do, send me an email. And the email is going to be on the flyer. You're going to have the 2 forms to be able to pay, get you locked in. I'll go ahead and tell you right now, I'm looking at the 16th of May when I'm going to make the delivery. So go ahead and get that locked into your mind. That's a Saturday. So go ahead and get that locked in. May the 16th is when the delivery is going to be. So on Saturday or Sunday, probably be tomorrow. It depends on what I have going on. I will go ahead and drop that flyer so y'all can go ahead and do your pre-orders. And then on Monday, DFW area, we're doing the salmon bites. With that, you can also add a side where it'll be a pasta, rice, or veggies for additional fee, that is. But we'll have that going on as well. So it's a lot going on. So I'm appreciative. I'm so appreciative of the support. Like for real. I know that you could be doing other things, but I thank you for taking the time out to share with me on tonight and to listen to my, as they used to say, my little Easter speech. So I appreciate you so much. And we have anything else?
Mama Shaq want to know if that's her salad.
She can get us. Mama Shaq, you know you Mama Shaq. You can get whatever. So I can come on through down to the South Dallas and get you this salad. So, but please know, if you haven't followed my page on Straight from Caldwell's Kitchen, go do that as well, please. After, because after 60 days, I didn't know that we can do that. That's why I'm on my page. After 60 days, then I can start going live on that page. But right now, we're doing it this way. Make it do what it do.
And Lavita is waiting on the sound bite. She's excited for next week.
Okay, we got you, Lavita, my sister. That's my sister from another mother. So that's Mama Shaq's daughter. So thank you so much. If nothing else, I appreciate you guys. Y'all have a good night. Know I love you, and know that next time we're going to have another session where we're going to have good conversation, good vibes, and good food. Y'all have a great weekend, rest of your weekend, and be blessed. Down in the corner.